So, Kenny, this is your very first Winter Classic for television. How excited are you for this event?
Well, really looking forward to it. Great to be here in the state of hockey in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have called a couple of Winter Classic games and some other outdoor games on radio and one of the Stadium Series games on television out in Colorado Springs. So I've had a little bit of a taste, but over the last 13 years, have watched all of the Winter Classics dating back to the inaugural one in Buffalo with the Penguins and the Sabres in the snow and Sidney Crosby scoring the game winner. So couldn't be more excited to be here along with Keith Jones and Darren Pang and Jen Botterill and our entire crew. And can't wait for the puck drop. So excited.
And do you have a game plan for how you're going to stay warm for this one? Extra socks, extra coffee, anything like that?
I have a couple of layers, extra socks, the long underwear, a couple of sweaters, the parka. We will be up in a booth. I'm not sure if the window is going to be open or closed. Normally, you like it open you don't want to feel like you're broadcasting in a phone booth with no natural sound from the crowd, the effects, as we call it in the world of broadcasting. I guess there's a chance the windows could close, and that might help us as far as when it gets really cold. Sometimes you have trouble speaking.
For Minnesota, you mentioned, this is such a big event, their very first Winter Classic. How much do you think this means for the state of Minnesota?
Minnesota is such a great hockey state. Its nickname has been the state of hockey for a long time, and they were scheduled to host the game last year. Obviously, it was pushed back due to the pandemic. So I know they've been chomping at the bit, to have this game at Target Field. The Wild, over the last year and a half, since making the coaching change, since hiring Dean Evison, they've been one of the top teams in the National Hockey League. So they're a fun team to watch. They have one of their division rivals in the St. Louis Blues coming in, the Stanley Cup champions from just a couple of years ago. So it's a rivalry game. The history of hockey in this state is so rich, dating back, even before the North Stars in 1967 with high school and college hockey and the high school championships selling out whatever arena it's in through the years. So there's just such a great history of hockey in this state. And I know a lot of that will be on display.
Well, I can tell you, I was there last night and I had a chance to skate on the ice, and it is an unbelievable setting. You're going to love it. The fans are going to love it. I'm really looking forward to it. And when you kind of look at the league as a whole for the NHL, how has the Winter Classic kind of changed the fan experience?
Well, before I get to that, it's great that you had a chance to skate. I had that opportunity at Yankee Stadium in 2014, and it was surreal being down on the ice skating and looking around at the stadium and how vast everything was. I think the Winter Classic really raised the profile of the National Hockey League. It's the main event during the regular season. And when the first one was played in 2008, I'm not sure that anybody knew what to expect, but they filled what was then called Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo with 60 or 70,000 fans. It was such a great look on TV, especially with the snow falling. And then all of a sudden you had all these venues who were interested, whether it was Wrigley Field or Fenway Park or some of the collegiate stadiums at Michigan, for example. Every team, everybody wants to host the Winter Classic. And it certainly is, as I mentioned a moment ago, it's the premier event for the National Hockey League during the course of the regular season. They have added a couple of outdoor games through the years. There will be 2 more this year in Nashville and up in Hamilton, Ontario. But the Winter Classic certainly has a lot of eyeballs on it, both in the stadium and on television throughout North America.
Thank you so much, Kenny. Enjoy the game tomorrow night and stay warm.
Thanks, Alexis. You too. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you out at Target Field.
Definitely.